Like, let's say I'm an artist and I got a Pepsi commercial. Yeah. Make me as sexy as possible while I sip this. What should I do?
Pretend that's a penis.
He already did.
Or pretend that's a vagina, however you want it. Well,
that's what Pepsi would want, though, right? They want like that sexual innuendo in their commercial, right?
Just lick the rim.
Ba, ba, ba. No, that's Coke. That's McDonald's.
Welcome back to another episode of The Careful Boy.
Heyo. Today we have Steve's worst nightmare, a room full of dancers.
When did that start, by the way? Why was that Steve's worst nightmare?
Because he hates
insecurity.
Oh, okay. Usually where most things like that start, right?
Yeah, yeah. Steve's kind of like a bitch, you know, so.
We haven't had Ellen here in what, like 9 years, you said?
Yeah, when's the last time you were
About
here?
9
years?
8
You said you saw an old episode of her here?
I wanted to check. I was like, yo, we should have Ellen on here. So I was like, has she been on? I looked it up.
Why?
I thought you meant
saw,
Ellen
like,
DeGeneres, so I got hype.
I saw the oldest 240p video, and I was like, that's the last time she was here? Technology was this?
Dang, back during Jurassic Park?
Yeah. But yeah,
like
now we
8
have her
years
back. Ellen Kim is back, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
I'm gonna laugh the whole time.
That's good. That's a good thing. Also, we have Cris Sosa over there.
Yo, yo.
And we have Kristin Farina.
Hey!
She's a dancer.
You're a dancer.
I like the dance. Hey, see, I did the move.
Oh!
Thank you. See, I'm telling you guys, can just learn from me.
I could believe it.
Yeah, that's
I'm Bart.
Looks like they did.
Yeah, it looks like it.
He's all, why are you insulted though?
Yeah, wow.
What are you trying to say?
Wow, what
I don't know what you're saying.
Oh my god.
It's already starting.
There you go. Hey, dude, you gotta watch out, Jess Whiteface.
You're gonna get a nice little call in a few minutes. All right, so last time you were here, that was almost a decade ago.
240p.
Yeah, that was 240p ago. I think you were still a choreographer back then, but now you've branched off into a lot of other different facets of, things you can do as a dancer. She's a really good example of like higher places you can get to, I think.
What's the next level, okay?
You just are really nice. I need to like hang out with you all the time because he's always saying good things about me. I'm like,
dude.
Where are you getting this?
I have a question. Okay, so if you're a dancer and you're dancing,
Here we go.
right?
This is the question.
That's you're dancing and you're making money dancing.
Yeah.
And then the next stage, what is it?
There you go.
So what is the next stage?
That's a lot of people have that question.
You go, do I do comedy? Do I do DJ? Or do you do what's the actual dance progression?
I would say like creative director.
No, don't look at me. No. This is your moment.
I don't want to ask Anthony. I don't want to ask Anthony.
For me, my career started going down, so I went to JK News.
This is the place to live.
Well, I think being a dancer, like, I don't know, you're so in tune with your emotions and your creativity and your thoughts and all this stuff. So I feel like to be a DJ, you understand music very well. And so DJing is really easy.
Yeah.
Like an
A lot of
easy
people-
path.
Music.
Creative direction.
I see.
So like right now I'm doing creative direction for a tech company.
What's creative direction?
That's crazy.
Like basically what I do is like listen to everyone, tell me what they want.
Yeah.
And then I go delegate the work. And I put it together and I go, okay, how does this all work and blend together in the visuals, the marketing, the branding, and how do I get these folks and my resources and I bring them together to do it.
For like an ad or like a marketing campaign?
Branding, marketing,
anything, yeah.
ads, campaign. Now I work in like right next to with this is so boring, but like with
I think this is good.
But I work with like HR because now I'm doing like social impact work for the company. Now working on like in blah blah blah.
No, yo,
Yo, that wasn't even one sentence in between. We didn't give a whole thought yet.
Basically, it's like
yo, you matter, yo.
I matter.
No, I'm curious.
It's not letting you say it.
Well, because it's
You know what? Because like everyone's watching, they're probably like, I wanna be a dancer one day. But then there's life after. What's the next stage? Like, is it J-Lo? Do you become a J? What do you become? You know
It depends. What do you want? It's like the question is, do you want to be famous? Do you want to like? For me, I want to impact people. I want to create communities, and I want to be around folks and do good work. So that's why I went into more of a social impact and creative direction for a tech company, and I want to bring that back to the dance world, because you can go into business being a dancer.
Right.
You can. And that's
Right,
where
Anthony?
I am. He has a business. Look at that.
He went into he's a noodle salesman.
I'm also a shoe cobbler apparently.
I think it's a really common question, I think, because some people, especially if you're wanting to get into dance and you've been told that like, oh, well then it's too late, or you can only do it for a while and then you have to stop. Sure. It's not necessarily that, but whatever skill that you harness and you develop during that time can be repurposed to something bigger, always.
Absolutely.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like, not that dancers are elite or anything, but the skills we do learn with dancing, whether it's like working with people, you know, if you're in a group dancing with people, you have to learn how to communicate and work with people. Movement, you were saying, there are so many people that have no clue how to even move, not dance, but like people need movement coaches. So you could work with the artist and just teach them how to just like naturally go with the flow, or you can go to the choreographing, directing, that side of things. So it really can take you anywhere.
That's so true.
So that, like, I started movement coaching and then now started teaching kids and use the same ideas and program into kids. And I want to build a kids program for education for public schools, and that's where my mind is at. Like from
That's cool.
Leveling up the next generation, because this one that's coming up is out there. It's kind of
They're lost. We threw that one away.
tried, but like the next one, they got it.
Gen Z, we failed.
We gotta take the L and move on.
Oh, that's Gen L.
A Gen L. Yeah. What's the next one called?
So as an example of movement coaching, like let's say I'm an artist and I got a Pepsi commercial.
Yeah.
Make me as sexy as possible while I sip this. What should I do?
Pretend that's a penis.
He already did.
Or pretend that's a vagina, however you want it.
All right.
Well, love to it.
That's what Pepsi would want, though, right? They want like that sexual innuendo in their commercial, right?
Just lick the rim.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Give it a 5, 6, 7, 8.
No, that's Coke.
A good point is that like
That's McDonald's.
if you're really successful in your dance career, you end up also developing leadership qualities.
Yes.
And leadership qualities is exactly what makes you level up, I think.
Yeah.
Level up, level up,
Without
level
that,
up.
you're not going to be in charge of a whole project. What's cool about being creative director that she was saying is that even though it sounds like she's going to get all the glory for all these delegated positions, she's also the person that's going to be blamed if any one of those people fucks up. So it's actually a lot heavier than it sounds. It's not as easy as it might appear.
Any director role though, man, you're just a fucking. It's always your fault.
Director, producer.
Except for when you work at except when you work at Balenciaga, then it's more like the set design. It's not really the creative director. Yeah, it's more like
I know.
Yeah. Do you see that The Simpsons though? They foreshadowed what.
Oh, what?
The Simpsons had the
Balenciaga?
prediction. Yeah.
For Balenciaga specifically?
Yes, there were like the kids were walking in The Simpsons, and they're like, they literally say Balenciaga, and like, I think Bart's bent over, not this Bart, but other Bart.
But here's my thing with the Simpsons when they show the prediction part, right?
Yeah.
Do people remember watching that episode?
Are they just making?
Or are they just making them now?
That has happened before where people thought that Simpsons predicted it, but actually it was this way.
Yeah.
Oh, they made
You know what I'm
fun of
saying?
it.
They might have predicted one or two, and then they just like, let's keep this running.
Like, how long can we?
But then that apparently happens with everything from SNL to anything that is parodying the real life. Eventually something will hit because it's making fun of actual shit that does happen.
It is great marketing though, because that is a thing. Everybody knows Simpsons predictions as a concept.
Right, that is like an actual.
When's the last time you guys watched a full Simpsons
Been
episode?
forever.
Fucking like a decade.
Me too.
Yeah, right?
I don't even watch. I don't know. I feel like it's so different now, though.
It is,
My
but
attention
yeah.
span is pretty short.
I just want to
Perfect for a creative director.
Who are you? So when didn't you work with the was it KDA? How do you say it? The fucking
KDA. League of Legends, yeah.
Yeah,
How was that? What did you do?
fun.
Cause that's fucking massive.
Choreographed
That's huge. I love them.
Choreograph.
You love them?
Yeah, I actually really like their music.
KDA is really cool because they were like one of the first like virtual pop groups, so they're not like technically human beings. They're like characters from the League of Legends game.
But it's done well.
Took the IP, put it together, grabbed some like ghost voices and ghost writers, put the whole thing together. Ellen was choreographing from a couple people that on our team was choreographing for them, and it was just kind of more. I think the novelty of like creating a virtual pop group and then having it be like successful in its own right. I think that's more of like a just like the interesting part of like where we're at in technology, where we're at in like pop culture and music and stuff like that. It was super innovative and fun, and they're all like, you know, they're kind of hot, you know what I'm saying? You know, for these like fine ass 3-dimensional characters.
Is that like the Gorillas where they're just making music? But
No,
you don't know?
no. Let's sit on this. Anthony, you got something for.
Expand on that.
They're kind of hot.
Expand on that.
I know. Sometimes I wish I was a cartoon because I just want to make love to cartoons.
Which one?
Well, here's the thing. So I did like a 2D project before, and they're just like, do dance moves, and I was like, where are they gonna put this? And it's in a 2D life where you can purchase these moves and go to clubs, and so people get married now and hang out in 2D world.
Ooh.
So if you go ahead and do that, actually.
Wow.
I wonder if it'll be considered cheating.
It depends on what your arrangement is, I guess.
Remember that Black Mirror episode when the guys were playing games? So
Oh, that's not cheating. That's not cheating.
and they started having sex.
Sex.
They were like best friends, and then they had mad sex.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that? They're like Street Fighter, and then they're like having mad sexual experiences.
A lot of sex.
The crazy thing too is like it is like Gorillas, but the crazier thing is that if Gorillas was from another game first, that's what tripped me out. It's like KDA were characters from League of Legends.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
League of Legends.
Oh wow!
It was when I worked there, they were having that whole issue in the company.
Oh, what was
It
it?
was a scandal.
Oh.
It was an issue of like how the workers were being treated, the female workers.
What do they do? Make them game too much?
The game company.
At the game
Yeah,
company.
right. That was huge.
So that was interesting because
Yeah.
I actually got to see, I saw it happening. Yeah.
You saw the girls get harassed in front of you?
They just got treated kind of messed up.
Oh, they get like talked down to and
Talk,
shit.
yeah. So I was like, oh, this is a really interesting.
Was it the Asian company side?
Ooh, yeah. See, has that ever happened to you yet? That's kind of fucked up. As a creative director, has
Always.
anyone ever been like?
Really? They're like, shut up, girl. You don't know nothing.
Time. Even choreography world, like, what? When I started this, it was mostly guys.
Guys like Anthony, yeah.
Yeah, there's one time.
Don't put me there. You don't fucking do that, Ryan. You're more successful in the industry than me. You're leading unions and shit like that. You're choreographing a lot. You pay your SAG fees at some point. I fucking know your ass. I'm outside the community. You fucking graper.
I like that it's a contest to accuse each other of being more successful.
Throwing me under the bus like the fucking accused women of fucking motherfucker. What do I look like, Bart?
You're playing Bart.
Edit that in.
So that's happened to you recently, even, or is that like an old thing? Because creative director, you think that's a higher position than choreographer?
Are we talking about sexual harassment? Or are we talking about they're not listening to you because they're like, you're a girl.
Just like the disparity
Not
between how you would treat
sexual,
like
yeah.
a male creative director versus female. Like, is there a
I get
clear-
mansplaining a lot.
Yeah.
And in the tech world is huge too. So
Because nerds don't know how to talk to girls.
yeah.
You think that's really why?
Because nerds don't know how to talk to girls.
I kind of felt like that was it, but I didn't know if that was mean.
I thought just nerds don't know how to talk to people in general.
feel like-
so
yeah.
they're just being fucking socially stupid no matter who they speak to.
They're a little Ben Shapiro-ish, huh, when they talk.
That fast?
Yeah. All stats.
Yeah, all stats. All data.
There's no breaks in their fucking sentences, dog. They don't take no
It's not
breaths.
like cold and logical.
Yeah.
But it's like,
They don't listen to people and shit.
it's not like what you would think where they're not smacking asses and going, give me a tea or
Yeah,
some
not
shit.
that.
Make me a sandwich, woman.
Yeah, where's that company?
I've never, no.
It's an old oil tycoon.
Are you allowed to say what tech company you work at?
Oh, I work for Premium Blend, and that's not like mansplaining. That's not there. But working with other ones, I realize it's no different from like production work. It's all the same.
Just out of curiosity, how did that opportunity like come up for you to become like creative director at like a tech company, especially coming from like a dancer's background?
They need new eyes on branding. So they're just like, I don't want to go traditional. I want to try this out. And I was like, okay. And
They sought you out and hit you up.
And
That's
they- we
amazing.
We know each other because one of the person's already he's a singer as well. So that's how we met, is through his work for creative direction for his
Oh, it's
he also has
connected.
his company. So he was like, I like the way you creative direct here. I want to see how we can do it in the like a tech.
That's
world.
amazing.
Got it.
It's really fun.
I thought the tech company was just trying to be different, and they're like, let's hire a dancer.
yeah, right? I mean, that would be
We need a woman, we need a minority, and we
They're like, get this, how crazy would it be? We get Ellen Kim.
a fucking dancer.
And when you show up, they're like, how come you're not in cosplay?
One thing I have witnessed is that sometimes when it comes to like creative direction and choreography, you'll have two people in those positions. And then somewhere down the line as the project goes, the choreographer will know more about what the fuck to do than the director.
always.
And that person is destined to become this person. You ever seen that happen?
1,000%.
You're on set and you're like, wait, you're supposed to know. Why do you know? And how come you're killing it today and they're not? And then like next time you see them, oh, you're the director now? Holy shit. Like I've seen that
They
happen.
get fired.
Well, they just move up because the right person noticed that this person was going beyond and this person was not being.
Being lazy.
Yeah. And a lot of choreographers have that mind to be the director anyway, but they're just not that position.
Yeah, a lot of great choreographers not about the fucking combos of moves they put together.
Yeah.
How do you fire a bad dancer?
How do you fire them?
Yeah, when they're on stage, you're just like, that one
Fire
sucks.
dancers before
Never.
on set?
No.
You just don't get hired.
But what if they're there?
Oh, really?
What if they slip through the crack?
You've been fired on set?
I've been fired from a tour, and it was
Why didn't Usher not like you?
Oh, sure.
it was because at that time they straight up told me I was too fat.
What?
Yeah.
Must be in Asia.
Just gave birth.
Yeah, that sounds like Asia.
Maybe.
It is a lawsuit
Damn,
actually, but
that's
I'm not gonna ever. I've kept that with me forever,
Jeez.
and I don't want to have to talk about the choreographer or even the artist, cause, you know.
Well, if you want to, you could just lay it all out.
No. One day I think I will.
Their name rhymes with
Busher?
Busher.
Busher?
Reagan Craner. Imagine. That's
But
so
here's the thing that's like fucked up about it. Like I had to call some friends because, you know, when you are let go because of your looks, right? After you work so hard to learn, whatever. I'm not even gonna get into it. I call like my friends in the industry, and of course I knew what I was gonna get back. But they're like, "Well, girl, you know you can't be fat," and I'm like,
That was their response?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
but I was like, "You're right," and then I went to like major depression.
Oh, yo.
I like how we cut out the bullshit in between and just went straight to the depression.
It's real though. It was real depression.
Be fat.
And
The
then that's
body
like
shaming's crazy. With girl dancers, we go to, I mean, I don't really audition anymore, but like if you go to an audition, they will typecast. I've had one time, they had all the girls get in a line and turn around and they literally just looked at our butts and then they were like, thank you for coming. I was like,
They're like, nobody here has an ass.
it's a real
She's like, it was a
thing.
Fruit of the Loom commercial, so I don't get it.
Okay, well, well, that's different.
It just reminds me of the scene from Bring It On. The scene from Bring It On where he's like, smile, don't smile. And then he like leans over and looks at the bust and all stuff. Like the choreographer, the one they hire for the chill. I'm the only one that watched Bring It On here. Everybody's like just
That's right.
They're not true dancers.
Yeah.
They're not.
Alright.
You're the only true dancer here.
Good.
I've been told I was too dark for this one commercial, and I didn't get it. And I watched it, and it was a black dude who got it.
Sorry, that's not funny, bro.
It is kind of funny.
Yeah, what was it for?
The fact they told you.
Maybe they meant like you have a dark personality.
No, I was thinking that. I was like,
He's like, dude, you're too sad.
It said dark like emo. Like, you're too emo, bro.
that's what I thought.
It's your fucking aura, dude.
Did I talk too much about the fucking Great Depression?
I mean, with the beanie and a trench coat, they're probably like, yo, this guy's way too dark.
Well, who is it? And I saw the commercial. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. Damn. What? I think because if I was gonna fulfill the Asian role, they didn't want a darker Asian. They were thinking more.
They want ching chong.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right before I got fired, I had a meeting first. Like I was in Ireland, and I remember they sat me down right before getting on stage, and they're like,
Damn, it was like that.
"Yeah, you need to cut your hair, your bangs like this. Go dye your hair in the next like city we go to. So obviously you look more Asian." And then
Can you do this when you giggle? Are they like, can you do this when you giggle?
They're like, yes, that's
yeah,
it.
that's perfect.
Wow.
That was pretty good though. That was pretty good though.
I did it too good. Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that sucks that it went like that.